everybody, thanks again for tuning in. Today's post-lesson review is actually a pre-session review. We're setting up today for an improvisational workshop, so I thought I'd share a few things with you that we're going to be covering today with our singers. Today's session will be called Melodic Flexibility, which is how to get it and why do you need it. When you're looking to improve your all-round melodic flexibility, we tend to use this little exercise as a bit of fun to help you develop those skills. We like to say to you, put on a piece of music that you're working with, and instead of being the singer, become a second instrument. Become a bass line. Become a string line, a synth line that would run through the song. When you're listening, don't necessarily sing what the bass line's already playing. Find an alternate bass line to sing along with it. Just start playing and jostling with it. When you hear a string line come wafting through the arrangement, find an alternate. You could use a sort of maybe a harmony style or a counter melody style or just something that you think of. Songs are composed with chord progressions. The more you listen to them, the more predictable they become, and the more you're able to anticipate where the progression is likely to go. So when you're forced to listen and predict by becoming an instrument, then those improvisational skills start to become more honed. Like for instance, if you're hearing a song and you go, oh, it's a nice little bass line, find an alternative, like oh, bum 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 ba doo doo ba ba doo ba 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 boop boop ba doo boop, or a string line. I might grab a piece of music in a minute. I'll try and do a little clip, a little example of something that you could do with a piece. Okay, so that's an exercise in how we'd start to develop it, and I'll see if I can knock a quick clip up for you of some music. So, why do you need these skills? Why is it worth it? These are really great skills to have. Just one example, as to using them when you're filling in with another band. I used to get a great deal of work being the go-to guy around town when a singer would fall ill and couldn't perform. My motto to anyone who rang was, any song, any key, any time, let's go. Now, with that sort of attitude, it's perhaps a little pompous, that sort of attitude, but if your range is large enough, then you'll cope with whatever keys they like to play their songs in. They're not going to change their keys for you on the day if they're doing a 4-hour gig, so you really do need a range wide enough to do it. So if you have, then you can cover that section. If your knowledge of styles is wide enough, then you should be able to cope with whatever genre is being played by the band that has called you and said, help, we need a singer now. And if your melodic improvisational flexibility, if those skills are nicely in place, then you'll find your way through songs that you only half know. I mean, you can't know every song on earth, but you can hear the progressions. You kind of know what an intro sounds like. You know about the format. You're watching the rest of the band. They'll cue you where you're going to go. And even if you only know half of the melody, you can pick it. You can work your way through without the audience knowing too much that you're the fill-in singer for the evening. So that would be why, that's one reason why you would do that. It would also help a lot with your composing if you're a writer. Anyway, I'll see if I can knock up a quick example for you, throw that down, and say to you, have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.